my guys are all working on the field. So hopefully after practice that everybody gets inside, that maybe I could start putting some text together and see if we can figure out. But I do know that he went for some tests, some further evaluation on it, and so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Was there a moment where he went down, or was this just
No, he never got to the field. He never got to the field. Yeah, I was down there. I was watching the offensive lineman work today and just noticed he wasn't part of it. I was trying to figure out if Clayton Adams was in fact coaching this offensive line like I thought he might be. But it is Connor Riley who's coaching all the drills and stuff like that, and Coach Adams is behind just observing, and occasionally he'll pop in, and if somebody's not in the drill, he'll go over and coach a little bit. But this looks like it's Connor Riley's show as far as the offensive line go. But that's where I first noticed no Steele at that time.
Okay, so Hakeem Adeniji signing, right?
Adeniji. Yeah,
former Cincinnati Bengal.
Yeah, he was and it was interesting because maybe I thought that that you get Awesome Richards on that side, and they'd also used Nate Thomas on that side, but both of those guys were staying with the left behind Guyton, and did not make that move over to the right side. So it was Adeniji getting the first opportunity.
I wanted to ask you about Thomas today. I guess this is a perfect time to do it because I saw Nick Harris. He tweeted the quote from Shoddy saying this guy, he was a 7th rounder in 2024, didn't play because of knee tendonitis. Do you think he's got something?
Well, it was interesting that he's always been a guard, and I know Zach did some evaluation of him from Louisiana, formerly Louisiana Lafayette, and he's a guy that's kind of primarily been an inside player, and then we started watching the OTAs and mini camps, and he was the backup at right tackle, and so they're working really hard with him. I mentioned about with Clayton, coaching guys up individually behind the drills and stuff like that. Thomas is a guy that they pay a lot of attention to. So Shoddy was probably throwing it out there in a way of like, hey, we feel like this guy's got something to him. He does have size. He does have some power to his frame. The footwork stuff when you watch the drills. A little bit of a guy that you wouldn't say is very nimble. But overall, though, again, the upper body power and stuff like that, they probably feel like they can get something out of that.
So watching the offensive line, what'd you think overall today? I mean, how was Tyler Guyton doing? It looked like Donovan Ezeraku, again, just continues to be...
He's a problem.
So disruptive.
And I mean that in a very complimentary way. Todd Archer and I were, talking about this, and Archer even lent to me. He said, listen, I texted somebody in the organization last night and said, hey, in a good way, Donovan Ezeraku is going to be a problem. And, as soon as we were talking about that, Dak had an interception today that down in the red zone period that it would have been a sack. The ball would have never got off. Guyton got beat, and Guyton's had some good practices. I'm not saying that Guyton just, is just totally, is busting on every single play or anything like that. But, this time Ezeraku lined up as the right end. Just was in, and I looked at Archer. I go, was he offsides? And the official didn't throw a flag. No. He was that quick, but he was on Dak. You're not allowed to hit the red shirted quarterbacks, and it would have been a sack. That ball would have never got off, with the way. But that's kind of the way that Ezeraku has been playing as far as a pass rusher. It's been him. It's been Fowler. The guys that have worked in. Sam Williams has kind of took a role as the guy behind those two guys practicing.
Your buddy Vach, your podcast partner Vach, posted 4 of those reps of Ezeraku against Guyton, and he's going to come join us on the show here coming up at 5 o'clock. But I wanted your thoughts because I know one of the critiques of Tyler Guyton in year one was he's reaching. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for that. Is there ever a good time a tackle should be reaching?
Well, not in pass protection, because what's happened is this guy is a very long-limbed guy, and so he doesn't have a lot of upper body power. But, man, you watch the footwork drills and things like that they do. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's like one of the Rockettes in
he's
New York
gliding
City.
Out there.
Oh, man, it's just like they run a backside cutoff, and and you're taught to get your head to the front side, if you can, to the front side or play side of the defender. And he does that with ease. Now, yesterday there was some good reps with him with the knee bend and able to the punch, and he's trying his best to kind of compensate for some of the lack of power. The reason he leans is he tries to headbutt at times. He's so conscious of not being able to stop a defender to make him start, stop, and then start again. He's headbutting the defender in a way to stop him instead of sitting down with a Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith would kick, hands, patient wait, and then stab. But he would be sitting down in position, and then the strength would be able to hold him off that way. So his leaning problems, or when he gets real sloppy, is he doesn't have the confidence that he could sit down on a guy and extend his arms.
Man, I'm seeing a clip here, Brian, when talking about this offensive line, and it is Booker just walls off Mozzie Smith, gets him turned. And then you're seeing Cooper Beebe climb to the second level. He gets Jack Sanborn. I mean, these three in the middle with Smith, Beebe, and Booker, it's heavenly.
This is a gap scheme. This is going to be a power run. This scheme is going to be gap. They're going to get hip to hip, and they're going to push, and they're going to push that down lineman into a linebacker, and then that's how they're going to block. There's going to be nothing pretty and nothing fancy about the way that these guys are going to block. I mean, they're going to cut off the backside, and you're absolutely right. One of the nice cuts that Sanders was able to make was they got Smith and Beebe got together and pushed it, and then they were able to second level, get a guy up on the second level, and then Sanders was able to make the cut off that. Later in the practice, Deuce Vaughn did the same thing. They got some push, hip to hip. They got one guy off second level, and then here we go in the running game.
I think Wolchuk's onto something here. Could we get this off the ground when we have Booker and Beebe doing double team blocks?
The Boober block?
The Boober block.
The Boober block. Yeah,
good
sounds
combo.
A good combo for sure.
Get some shirts made that just say Boober.
I'd like to get a glimpse of those.
The Boobers.
Brian, I love that. And this is Wolchuk's birthday show, by the way, Brian. We've already done the birthday roast.
Happy birthday to you, sir.
Thanks,
the birthday
buddy.
roast tonight, right? You got that?
620.
All right. All right.
What about the read option pull stuff for Dak Prescott?
Yeah, you know what? More prevalent and more noticeable with the other guy, with Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the play of the day, and I know you asked about Dak, but I'm just going to say play of the day for me was Joe Milton. They're going to pull that ball. They're going to run the back going left to right. He's going to pull it, and he's going to start to his left. And then all of a sudden, he's in trouble because Wheat's right there in his face, the defensive end. And now he gets to the outside, and as he's breaking to the outside, he realizes he can't get past Wheat. So the next thing you know, he drops down sidearm and fires a shot. He's got Turpin coming across the field, and he throws it underneath Wheat in between the defenders, and it hits Turpin on the move. So kind of the play of the day, if you're talking about a read, a pull, and then I can't make it and now be an athlete. And good job by Turpin to just keep running on the play and not give up. And Joe was able to get him the football.
It's a hell of a pass. I saw that one on Cowboys Twitter last break.
Yeah, well, and the thing with Dak, that's something I haven't seen. He did have a scramble run where things broke down. They got everybody running up the field, and it was kind of a jailbreak. And Dak was able to escape middle right, and he ran and then made a move or two, and then again nobody hitting him, but he did duck down, get small, get through all that trash, and then go for the daylight as he saw it.
Milton's exciting, though. Do you think with time and experience?
He's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I call it uncomposed or needs better poise.
Yeah, it is some wild-ass football. And in a way of he will do some things that you're just you can't get away with that. And I didn't know how he was going to complete the pass. I thought, okay, he's running out of bounds. Wheat's got him. And he just stopped. I mean, just literally just stopped. and just dropped the sidearm and just fired that thing. It's like he just realized, okay, I can't run, but here I'm going to try and make a play. And he did. He pulled it off. It was very similar to what he did like in the New England Buffalo game where he's running and he stops and he throws the ball to the middle of the field. And you're like going, okay, you shouldn't do that, but he got away with it. He floated an interception, though. He tried to fit one in there down the seam, and unfortunately for him, the ball floated on him, trying a little bit too much touch. But yeah, the defense has done a good job with these turnovers. I mean, they're hammering at the ball, even though they're in helmets and jerseys. The interception stuff. Dak went over to Elam yesterday and said, "Bro, I never saw you. What were you doing? I mean, can you help me a little bit?" And Elam tried to explain to him, like, "Yeah, we were in this coverage and that." So, the defenders are doing a really nice job of putting themselves in position to make plays.
If you had to play a quarterback other than Dak this week, is it Milton or is it?
Oh Greer? Yeah, I played Milton. Nice. I played Milton. It's going to be wheels off, wild ass, whatever you want to say. You got a chance to really probably turn the ball over a few times, but you also have a chance to make some big plays. I mean, his willingness to throw the ball down the field and like I said, adjust his arm angle, the slot of his arm to make throws, the fact that he has the mobility, anything. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could play college offense with him and maybe give some people some problems. He might have 86 yards rushing at the end of the day, kind of a thing. That's what I would do.
It's going to make preseason a lot of fun because I heard Nick Eatman was like, hey, Joe Milton could end up leading the NFL in rushing for the preseason. But, I mean, the Eberflus defensive stuff with the turnovers.
Yeah.
He's been a top 10 coach in terms of as a defensive coordinator. His defense is always in the top 10 in turnovers. So that's a carryover for Marinelli.
Yeah, they do all kinds of drills, and sometimes during you're watching practice and you go, boy, that's useless. Is all why But they really do drills where they work on tip passes, they work on picking off fumbles off the ground. They have coaches throw the ball, spike the ball on the ground, it bounces all crazy, and everybody's picking them up and running with them and stuff. So they're trying, and you had some guys yesterday, Donovan Wilson. They throw the ball to Williams in the flat, and Donovan Wilson runs over and just hammers it out of his hands. It's on the ground, they pick it up, it's going the other way. So they really are trying to create turnovers for this defense, and going into day 3.